What says you, my lady?
This is a good thing.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
What does this give you the opportunity to do?
To can up some venison
Yeah?
for our family.
Did we run out?
We did not run out yet.
Good. Well, I'll try to get a really good supply this year.
That sounds great.
So the children realize with raising sheep and goats and cows, it's easier sometimes to get meat off of a deer because you don't have as much invested in them. And years ago, even they're like, Dad, can we just start hunting? Which is really cool. So we started some of the hunter safety and stuff. But Mama Pepper here never really pressure canned meat before, right? Till we got down here.
Right.
But now you did once. Oh, you helped a friend.
We did chicken broth, and I did help. Yeah, actually, I did with a friend.
Yeah, in 2015.
So she was teaching me in Wisconsin before we moved, and we actually bought store chicken, and she was, teaching me the process of how to can up chicken. I think maybe she found it on sale or something like that.
Yeah, so we got meat chickens to butcher now for ourselves this year right now, and then we got these guys to do too. So we'll see if we can't walk you through a little bit of how we put up a good supply of meat for our year from the wild. So my darling, to take this deer and put it in jars like this so that it'll look like this and be shelf-stable venison. In fact, didn't you just have some of this for breakfast from last year, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I did.
You made some breakfast tacos with the canned venison from last year. But what do we got to do to get that deer in those jars so it looks like that?
So what we're going to do first is we're going to cut off all of the fat and the ligaments, and then we're going to chop the meat into pieces, and then we're going to put them in the jars and can them up.
All right.
So here we go.
Back straps and some roasts. I'm gonna smoke some sinew for some other projects. This stuff's for jerky. I think we're doing venison ribs for dinner tonight. That's gonna be duck food. There's some there cleaning up, some stuff off the neck cleaning up. That's pretty bare. He's working on the tail end. This is gonna be for the cans. This is gonna be for the cans, and that's more duck meat. So I'm going to get this stuff seasoned and out to the smokehouse so we can have a tasty dinner and some stuff prepped for later. And then we're going to get these cans going. We got everything cut up and cleaned up. Mama Pepper made, what is it, some lentil soup?
Smoky lentil soup.
But she used the broth that we made from smoked poultry carcasses, and it smells so good. It makes me so excited that we got a pile of meat in the smokehouse right now, my lady. We're going to enjoy this lunch, and then after that, we're going to can up this venison.
All right, we're going to need
That smokehouse changed my life. So to keep things moving while we wait for my second bowl of soup to cool, I've got this stuff the children prepped. We got a lot in the smokehouse, like I said, in jerky mates. So darling, I notice in this one, there's a liquid in here. What do we add to get that liquid in there?
We didn't add anything, it just makes its own broth.
It makes its own broth. So what do I need? What do I need to put in here? Bare minimum requirement.
The meat is on its
The meat on its own. And I leave how much headspace?
I believe it's an inch.
Okay, but all I've got to do is just raw pack that in here with an inch of headspace. That's all I got to do. I'm going to add a pinch of salt for seasoning, for flavor, but that's it. And it'll make its own juice. And then when I get that done, we'll get it ready for canning. And Mama Pepper will tell you what the next step is. Mama Pepper said when I raw pack these, and then just add a half a teaspoon of salt on them all. So that's what we did. These are the ones we have here in this batch. She's going to get the pressure canner ready, and then she'll let you know at our altitude what the time limit is and what pounds pressure we do it on. How's that lunch, Mija? Are you liking it? Hey, Mija. Ah.
Mama, can I use the bathroom?
I'm going to put these in for 75 minutes at 11 pounds pressure. So in the pressure canner for this batch of venison, I added 3 quarts of water with 2 tablespoons of white distilled vinegar. And then I put my jars in there. It's not all the way full, but I have some on top and I have some on bottom. I've got the rack in the middle to hold the top ones. And so I pressure can this for 75 minutes at 11 pounds pressure for our sea level. And right now I turned it off because it's done and it's at about 6 pounds pressure. And I'm just gonna let that go all the way down to 0 and wait for it to cool down for a few minutes. And then I'll remove this here and then we can open up the lid once it's cooled down quite a bit.
And the white vinegar in the 3 quarts of water, what purpose does that serve?
The 3 quarts of water helps it to, get its pressure in there. And then the white vinegar is going to help not give you any cloudiness on the outside of your jars. So I do have some jars that I could show you that have a cloudiness on the outside, a white cloudiness, and it doesn't look nice. So
the vinegar just prevents it from getting cloudy or some sort of buildup on the outside. And then when we get that down, completely unpressurized, I'll have Mama Pepper show you just the levels of it, and we'll look at the finished product. So in here, that's that divider to add the next level, right?
the rack, yep.
Yep. So you can pull that out. And if you're only doing, 8 or 9 jars, you just use the bottom, right? How many can you fit in a layer in here?
Correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2. I think I could fit 10, but
Yeah.
it depends on your jars that you
Right,
use.
if they're wide mouth or narrow mouth or other stuff. So here's the bottom one. There's that water, and they've got that divider at the bottom too, so they're not just sitting directly on the heat. That water starts to evaporate.
Yes.
It makes steam and builds pressure,
Yes.
and then we just bring it up to pressure and let it run.
Then you just kind of work on your heat levels and trying to make sure to, keep it where you want it at the correct pounds.
Right. Can you set this back on top and explain quickly what happens, because we didn't film that part.
Okay.
So we put that on. We turn on the heat. What happens?
We turn the heat on, have the lid on, and then I want to wait for it to heat up all the way in there, and then I'm going to let it vent for 10 minutes once the steam starts to come out consistently.
In a steady stream of steam.
In a steady stream, yep. Then I'll start the timer for 10 minutes and let it vent out for 10 minutes, and then I will add the weight on top of here. And after I add this on, this will usually pop up and it'll start to build pressure inside, and then you'll look at your dial here and it'll start to go very slowly go up. So usually I have it on high still when it starts to go up, and then as soon as it gets to 11 pounds pressure, which is what I needed for the venison, then I'll start my timer. I'll write the time down so that I can keep track of my time. And once it gets to 11 pounds there, I start to bring down the heat very slowly, just a little bit at a time every few minutes, till it, stays there.
Like equalizes
Yep.
and stays at 11
And it
pounds
stays
pressure.
at 11 pounds pressure for
Oh,
the time
darling.
being.
Thank you so much.
So, yep, and once it's all done with its time, all I do is just turn the heat all the way off, and I just wait.
Right, and once you started doing this, it just kind of became something you were comfortable with, you knew how to do, and just part of your lifestyle now, right?
Yep.
And you look forward to it?
I'm thankful for it. I don't always look forward to it because sometimes I want to go outside on nice days, but today we got it done early, so
And you know what? With an outdoor kitchen,
I
you
can be outside.
Be outside and do it. So I'll get working on
Yeah,
it.
because I have to watch it, and yeah, but I can put 2 up here and then finish faster, so that would be kind of cool. I don't have 2 working. Well, I've got an older one I have to figure out how to use, which just has the weight and it doesn't have the dial. And I used one of those before, but I've got to get used to how to use that one again.
Right.
So, and that's a Miro pressure canner. All right, thanks for watching. Go ahead and please offer a word of encouragement, and if you have not canned yet before, go ahead and give it a try. It's pretty easy. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching. And the left one. Thumbs up. For real.
The cow head is good?
Yeah.
That's because you know.